Is it running yet?
Hi, Judy.
All right. She's already given you a quick overview of the
Yes.
things. So we'll want your name and birth date.
Don't do birth date, just do birth year.
Oh, birth year. Okay.
Okay. Well, my legal name is Roxanne Lois Allen Smith. I go by Roxanne. I'll answer to either.
And why is that? Why did you?
Well, I was always Roxana, and I never liked the name. So when I started high school, I decided I would be Roxanne.
Because I only ever knew you as Roxanne.
Yes, people from school, that's what they knew me by. But as I say, my legal name is Roxana.
And you were born right here in you lived right here in Newbury.
Yes, I was born in New London. My parents, when I was born, lived in George's Mills. And then they moved to Newbury. And it was, I don't know how old I was, but I was under a year. I do know that.
And now tell us about your mother and father, because she was town clerk.
My mother was town clerk and tax collector for many years. I can't tell you the years, but a long time. Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about your mother? Was she born in Newbury?
No, my mother was born in Claremont.
Okay.
Her maiden name was Parker.
And her first name?
Charlotte.
Okay.
It's my mom's name.
What's that?
It's my mom's name.
Charlotte. It's a lovely name. Even Princess has the name Charlotte. And I love her ways. My father was born in Thetford, Vermont, and moved to Claremont. That's where my mother and father met, was in Claremont.
And how did they end up in Newbury?
Good question. Why did they end up in Newbury? My father and mother both worked for the Fifields in New London. And when they were first married, I believe they lived in Claremont. When did they come to Newbury? Well, I was from George's Mills to Newbury, and I was not even a year old yet. I do remember the old farm. It was called the Sawyer Farm up Mountain Road. Can't tell you really how long we lived there, but my sister was born in 1940, and at that time they had built a little house down the road.
On Ledge Hill?
Yes, on Ledge Hill. So I'm almost a native of Newbury.
Yeah, very close.
And I moved to Warner when I got married.
Now, your mother's office was right in the house, wasn't
It was right in the house, yes, yes. I have the desk that my father made for her for the office. Big, long desk.
She probably needed a big
She
long
did,
desk.
she did. And she had a big old safe. I think the safe belonged to the town.
That's probably
But-
the safe that's down in Sherman Hall right now in the corner. You know, that big
It
green
could
safe
be.
that we're trying to get rid of because it's so heavy. And
It's huge, yes. I don't know whether I'd recognize it or not. Long time ago.
Now, what did your father do for work?
My father worked for the railroad. He was a freight handler in Claremont. He was also, in later years, he took courses for watchmaking, and he repaired watches.
I never knew that.
There, see, you can get something every day.
I can learn a lot. And so, did he do watchmaking in the home, or did
Yes, yes. He did, for a while, he worked over to, let's see, was it Claremont or Newport? With a watchmaker. He did that there, but mostly at home.
Probably after he got really experienced, then he
Yeah,
did it at home.
yeah.
What were your grandparents like? Do you remember them at all?
I remember my grandfather Alan, yes. He lived with us most all of my childhood. My grandmother Ellen died before I was born, so I never knew her. My mother's parents, the Parkers, they lived in Connecticut. And they would come up to visit once in a while. I remember both of them.
What are some of your special memories of this area?
Oh, Lake Sunapee. Back then, we would walk up about a mile
Yeah.
and go swimming in the lake.
And there was
Off the
a
dock.
dock, right?
Yes, there was a dock. There was also a little beach,
Oh, yes.
which is now, of course, private, or maybe it isn't even there, I don't know. But we would come up on the dock. And best times, yes.
A lot of people, and you know, we had a date that we wanted people to come and tell about their experiences on the dock. And very few people showed up, but there's good memories
Yeah.
from being on the dock.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of people are probably gone.
Yeah. Where did you go to school?
Well, I went from grade 5 through 8 in South Newbury at the school. And then I went to Simon's, graduated from Simon's.
Now, how did you get to the train? Did you go to Bradford or come up here?
Well, Doris Kennison's father, what was his name? Kennison, Mr. Kennison.
I can't think what his
I
name
can't
was.
either
Because
right
you
on.
probably called him Mister.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think so, but I must have known his name. Anyway, he would drive Doris and myself. Usually we'd come up to Newbury, but if we were a little late, then we'd scoot to Bradford. But most times we got it out of Newbury here. Yes, yes. And then we'd come home on the B&M bus. Would stop right there, below the hill there. We left papers off across the street, the drugstore, and we'd all hop on. We had tickets, punch tickets. So when we went on the train, they'd punch a ticket. When we came back on the bus, they'd punch the ticket. And the tickets were provided by the town, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And so every month we'd get a new ticket.
Now, what did you do if you wanted to take part in an extracurricular activity?
That was a problem. You had to have transportation by somebody's parents or something. And my mother at that time did not drive. And of course, my father had the car. He was working. So I didn't do a whole lot of after-school activities.
This was too inconvenient.
Yes, yes, yes.
What was life like in Newbury as a child?
Well, we had neighbors, not close neighbors, but the Halls. Kay Hall was the same age, and we went to school together all through the early grades. Evelyn Crotto Davis, went to school with her. She was around at that time. Dick DiGilio, of course. You know, it's interesting. My mother was leaving the hospital as his mother was coming in. So I always tease him about, he's the kid, I'm the big girl.
Now, you mentioned middle school down there, but you must have gone to grade school.
Well, I did not go to graded school here because at that period, it was about 5 years, we lived in Maine. My father worked in the Navy Guard, and we were in Maine. First to Gunquit, then York Harbor, and then we moved to Rollinsford, New Hampshire. And so I went to school there. I started 5th grade in South Newbury.
And so you must have had, I can't think of the man teacher.
Hearn,
Yes.
yes.
What was his name?
Hearn,
Kern.
Hearn, Hearn, I think.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember his first name because, of course, he was Mr. Hearn.
Yeah, I don't remember that. But I remember Wayne telling about his checking all the boys' boot prints when one of the boys ran up over his car in the snow.
Oh, I never heard that one. And of course, it was all 4 grades.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
In the what's the friendship? That's tiny.
Yeah, in the Friendship House, which
So how
was
many kids were in the 4 grades?
must have been 18 or 20,
Okay.
maybe.
And the blackboards are still there, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
You saw
Yes,
those
yes.
Monday, Thursday.
Yes, yes.
I guess the ceiling is still the same, the metal ceiling.
Probably, I don't know. I didn't look at the ceiling.
It didn't impress you. What was the community like here in Newbury and in South Newbury?
Well, of course, in South Newbury, the Grange was very active. Both my mother and father were active in there and served as master and the chairs. And when I became 14, I joined well, actually, I had joined Juvenile Grange over to Goshen. And then at age 14, I don't know whether I could transfer or whether I don't remember, but I did join the Grange and stayed active in it until after I graduated high school and moved away.
What kinds of things did you do at the Grange?
At the Grange? Good question. They always had a program of some kind. Sometimes it was a skit or some kind of a game that everybody could play or something. Entertaining, you know.
And then you also had a lot of suppers, right?
Yep. Everywhere has suppers.
Yeah. And did the Grange have dances back then?
I don't think the Grange did. It was the Bradford Women's Club that had dancing classes in Bradford. And that was for students of Warner, Bradford, Newbury,
Sutton,
Sutton,
probably.
yeah. I don't think Kentucky, because of course they had their own.
Did you ever go to the barn?
Oh, yes, the barn. Every
To dance.
Saturday night, yes, just about, yes. Square dancing.
Square
Was
dances.
that
Square
Fortune-
dancing.
Fortune's
Yes,
Barn?
Fortune's
Yes,
barn.
yeah. That was traditional Saturday night. Yeah.
And it was fun.
Yes, it was.
How did you meet people?
Through the church and the Grange. Of course, you knew everybody, you know. And there weren't a lot of new people moving in, like today. They were here and they stayed here.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
How did you get around as a youngster?
Well, my father had a car at that time, and so,
Did you have a bike or?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
had a bike and 2 legs with feet.
Yeah, did she walk to the lake?
You walked, yeah. We would walk up here to the lake, a mile, you know.
So is your house the one right across from Chicken Farmer Rock?
No,
No. I'm trying to
It's-
picture which is.
it's,
Further up.
yeah,
on Ledge
Further
Hill.
up the hill.
On the right-hand side, but further up on Ledge Hill.
do you know where they have a passing lane coming up
Mhm.
the hill?
Yep.
Well, it's just below that.
Oh, okay. I've never even noticed. I have to pay more attention.
It looked different when we lived there. They've done a lot of changes with it.
That's a
They've
place where
added-
you often see boats outside,
I don't
parked
know.
outside?
I don't know. I don't know. Has a farmer's porch now.
And they added on to it.
Oh,
too.
yes, yeah,
Almost made it a duplex. or
Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah.
Are the special people you remember that influenced things in Newbury when you were young?
That influenced. I remember Mrs. Cole. She was our teacher. I think she was after her. And yeah, I think she was there
After
when I.
Mr. Kern?
Yeah, she was a sweetheart. She really was.
And did you come up to the library? Which was originally in the Vets Hall, right?
Yeah. No, I don't remember ever coming there to the library.
Your mother probably had so many books you didn't need to.
Can't answer that.
What did you do for fun besides the band dances?
Well, in the summertime, if we didn't walk up here, we had a lovely swimming pool in the brook. loved that. Of course, as a young girl, I played dolls. I played school.
Did you play school with your sister?
Oh, yes, yes.
You taught her, or you were learning?
Yes, well, I was 4 years older than she, and when she went to school, she could do some things. Because they didn't have preschool and nursery, and, you know.
You were her preschool.
I was preschool, yeah. Told her what to do, and now she tells me what to do.
That sometimes happens, doesn't it, with the younger one?
Yeah.
And you already said you were a member of the Grange. Were you active in the church?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was standard. You went to church Sunday.
Did you sing in the choir?
I did, in the little choir down, because it wasn't very big, you know. And youth group. Bradford and Newbury shared the same minister.
Yes, yeah.
And first thing, it was Newbury Church, South Newbury Church. And after that service, the same minister did the same thing in Bradford.
Yeah.
A lot of years, a lot of years.
A lot of years. That must have been tiring.
Oh, I would think so.
I think probably he used the same service,
I think
right?
he probably did, yes.
Unless somebody had been misbehaving and he especially
I don't know. I don't think I ever went to the Bradford service. The youth group was at the Bradford church,
Oh, yeah.
and so I did that. Yeah.
And then what about the house you lived in? Did you have your own room? Did you share?
Yes. Well, when we first came back from, the last place was Rollinsford. We went to Gunquit, York Harbor, and then Rollinsford. And when we came back, my sister was going to start first grade when we came back. And we shared a bedroom. And then my parents added on to the house. And at that time, we had our own bedrooms.
It was just the two of you, siblings.
Just two siblings, yeah.
What was your telephone service like? You were on a patty line?
Oh, of course. No private lines.
Do you remember who was on your party line with you?
Yes, the Halls, the Weekses, Grammy Hall. Everybody called her Grammy Hall.
Yes,
That was that was
absolutely.
Catherine and Claire and Marion's grandmother. And she was, you know how some people are aunt to everybody, or she was Grammy Hall.
Excellent.
She was on there, yeah. I think there were quite a few, actually. I think Purples were on there. Quite a few.
You remember what your ring was?
Let's see. Can't write off the bat. I don't know.
One of the people we interviewed said that he had somebody on his party line that they just picked up and listened to any conversation.
Oh, yes. If you were bored, all you had to do was pick it up and listen.
I think every party line had someone
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So you don't want to say anything that you don't want everybody to know. No secrets.
Well, you didn't raise children here in Newbury, but you were raised here in Newbury.
That's right.
And do you have a sense of Newbury being kind of a unique place?
Well, looking back now, it was unique, but at the time,
It was just home.
it was home.
What about the mountain? Did you have much of anything to do with the mountain?
What do you mean, Sunapee?
Yeah, Sunapee Mountain.
No, I did not ski. We didn't have skis, so I didn't ski. In later years, when they would have Sunapee, what do they call it, in August? What do they call that?
Oh, the Craftsman's Fair.
Craftsman's Fair.
Oh.
Yeah, we'd go to that. But
Oh, that had started while you were growing up?
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
No, I think it was after I was married.
Has Newbury changed over the years?
Well, you've got a nice big fire department building, and of course this is new, and it has changed. What hasn't changed?
The school department certainly has
Yes.
changed.
Yes.
Well, I can't, Newbury and Lake Center be special to you today, but you live in Warner now.
I live in Warner, but I'm fond of Newbury.
Good memories.
Oh
huh?
yeah, I'm fond of Newbury. That's kind of home, you know.
I think it is where you grew up.
Yeah, yeah.
Are there any local stories or legends that you remember?
Local stories, legends. Can't think of any off.
Or local traditions?
Well, they used to. Of course, now we have homeless people. Back when I was growing up, they were homeless, but they were called tramps.
Oh.
And they would come down the road and rap on the door. And my mother always would give them some bread or whatever she had. They didn't come in the house, but she would go out to them. And then they'd toddle off down the road. Of course, it's different now. It's homeless. And they were homeless too.
Yeah, they certainly were homeless.
Yeah.
Did they have any of those poor farms in the area?
I don't think in Newbury. We had one in Warner. And some places had shacks, you know, for people to stay overnight or something.
At Tramp House Hill in Warner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you can think of that you'd like to that we haven't covered?
How about the Bradford-Newbury Fair?
What? Oh,
Bradford
Newbury Fair. Oh, you're
That
not old
was a
enough.
long time. I'm not that old.
I apologize.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. That was in the olden days. Yes.
I wasn't sure when that started. Or I didn't know if that
Turn of the century.
Yeah.
We're old, but not quite that old.
Not quite that
How
old.
about, can you talk some more about the dock and the beach and, you know, who did you go and meet up with friends there, and were you on the dock or the beach? What were the kinds of things?
Pretty much on the dock.
On the dock.
You know, you jump and dive from the dock.
Did you have swimming lessons at the dock, or did that come later?
No, they had swimming lessons at Todd Pond in South Newbury. Yeah, or Bradford. I don't know whether it was a women's club that sponsored that. Of course, it was Red Cross.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who did sponsor that, but I did take swimming lessons there.
Was your father a member of the, I don't know what they called it, men's group or something that they started and tried to do good things for the town?
I don't know. Did they have a men's group in
Yeah.
Newbury?
Well, Larry Bonner was a big instigator of it, and I think Arthur Larson, and
I think maybe that was after my father was.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. He belonged to the Grange, and he was a Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he went to Bradford, to the Masons.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I
And
don't
what?
know if they're in Bradford now.
There isn't one in Bradford
No.
now. No.
The other thing I was going to ask about Roxanne, because my memory is very hazy, and it's been hard getting people to remember well, but next to the dock, beyond that, where the peninsula is now with the gazebo,
Mm-hmm.
there was something there.
Oh, house.
It was a house.
Was it a house with someone living there?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I kind of remember it being some kind of a shop or a.
Well, it had a garage barn type thing that the help that took care of all the cabins up on the hill lived in all summer.
Okay.
Except one of my sisters was doing that one summer, and she refused to live there because the walls only went up halfway. I mean, you know, and the boys on one side knew, I'm not sleeping in that. So they gave her one of the cabins. But yeah, that was. I'm thinking that's just about. Well, it's a little bit before your time, but they still were active.
Yeah, Jerry Bear. I remember Jerry Bear.
Yes, she
Yes.
came from Germany
Yeah.
and lived there with her aunt and uncle.
Yeah, I remember her.
So,
Yeah.
and after that, it was made into a game room, And
I don't know the history of it. All I know is Jerry Bear.
Yeah, that was
there.
after Jerry's time. They
Oh.
sold, well, after her aunt and uncle died.
Oh,
She came to Newbury last summer, just going through, and was very upset to find the house gone
Oh.
that she had been in.
yeah, changes.
Yeah. And in a way, it's too bad, because that was one of the oldest houses in Newbury.
Yeah.
But it is awfully nice to have that beach.
It is nice
Yeah.
as the beach,
Yep.
Roxanne, what did you do after high school? When did you move to Warner? Was it
When I got married.
when you got married?
After high school, I got a job in Manchester, the big city of Manchester, this town, country girl. I worked in a men's clothing store in the office. Boy, that was really something, way back then. And my husband, he was in the service. And then when he came back about a year later, we were married. And I moved to Warner.
Did you meet him in high school?
I did,
You did? Okay.
yes. High school sweethearts.
Oh, that's nice. And so how did you get to your job in Manchester? Did you must have had your own car at that
Oh,
point?
gosh, no.
How did you get there?
Well, my father took me down for the interview, because I had to go for an interview. And I would come home the store was open Saturdays, so I'd come home after work Saturdays, most weekends, and I'd be home for Sunday, and then either go back Sunday night. Maybe it was a bus I had to take back Sunday night. Sometimes my father would take me back. And then when Dean got home from the service, he would come and get me and take me back.
And where did you stay when you were down there?
I had my own apartment. When I first went, Mother went with me, and I was in a rooming house. Gosh, I wouldn't do that now, but whatever. And it was about 3 months, 2-3 months, I found an apartment that I could afford. And I had my own apartment. Walked back and forth. I think it was 7 blocks, something like that, to the store.
Were any of the mills still operating at that time when you started down there?
No. Mills were gone. Yeah.
Are you related to Dave Smith?
Yeah, he's my nephew.
He's your nephew. Okay. So his mother or father is your...
His father was my husband's brother.
Okay.
So actually he is my nephew by marriage.
Gotcha.
But I don't say that anymore. My niece, and I call her my niece now, she shared with me not too terribly long ago. She remembers everything. And,
Jen.
no, Carol.
Oh,
She said, "You only hurt my feelings once." And I said, "What did I do?" I had no clue. And she told me that she was with me, and we'd gone down the street down to the drugstore when they had sodas and stuff. Mabel Wheeler. Yes. And somebody I knew asked who the little girl was, and I said, "Oh, she's Dean's niece." Well, she couldn't figure out why I said that, because, "Aren't I your niece?" So now they're all my nieces and nephews. I actually only have one nephew by blood, but they're all mine.
Gotcha.
So David's father and my husband were brothers.
Okay. And Gary.
And
right?
Gary, yeah.
What did you do for fun during the winters if you didn't ski? What
Yeah, I
sorts of
didn't
things?
ski. What did we do? I skated. We had a pond behind the house, and we would skate.
did
I
you have
skate.
any place where you could slide with sleds? You didn't, did you? Not really.
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Could have done Ledge Hill, but I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I don't think that would be too safe. No. I don't know what I did.
Probably
Good question.
Do you remember, or were you here when there was the fire on the mountain?
Oh, yes.
Because that was kind of right behind you.
Yeah.
I mean, not right
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah. Everybody and his brother worked at that fire. It was terrible.
was it scary for you at your house? Because you weren't that far. I mean, you weren't that close, but
Well, I don't know as I was scared. Both my mother and father worked at it.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know enough to be scared.
It didn't come over this side of the mountain enough to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was smoke,
Yeah.
Wayne said, but
And I don't even remember what year that was.
47 or 48, I think.
Yeah.
40, something in
Well, I was old enough. I should have paid more attention.
there. You weren't taking notes. No.
Wasn't.
anything
I can't
else?
think of anything else. Thank you so much for
Oh,
talking with us.
you're welcome.
We appreciate it.
I can't think of anything else.
Whenever we turn off the camera is when people suddenly remember things.